Welcome back to the second part of the isometric detail tutorial. If you haven't seen part 1 of this video, click on the link above or the one in the description. We're going to start this video by separating the layers of floor finish we made in part 1. But first, this floor tiles look too yellow here, so let's change them to wooden tiles by going to the Edit Type window and trying a few different types of wooden floorings. Once you have the one you wanted, select the floor and from the Modify tab, click on Create Parts. This will separate all the layers or floor finishes we've made for the floor, and do this for all the floors. After that, let's work on the stairs. I'm going to adjust some of the incorrect fittings I made previously before adding new elements. Then create a new mass to use it as a floor finish for the stairs. Select the side of the stairs as a work plane, switch to left view to draw the boundary of the finish, create a solid form and adjust it. And assign it a material. I need to add another material between the earth and the concrete slab of the building. So I'm going to edit the earth material to allow some space. Then add the new elements by creating a new mass, just like we did for the other materials. Adjust it and assign it material as well. Let's give it a random one for now. We need to add another layer beneath it, which is going to be the selected stone layer. So draw it out and assign it that material. Then bring back the earth layer by creating the layer again beneath these two and giving it material. Next, we're going to add this drainage pipe that is present in the 2D version of the detail. For this, we're going to create a new mass and select the work plane. But this time, instead of the rectangle, we're going to use the circle tool to draw the boundary and assign it a material. This doesn't much look like a pipe, so let's add a hole to it. For this, we're going to go back to In Place Mass and create a new mass inside the old one. Then, from the Create Form dropdown, we're going to select the Void form this time. And as you can see, there is now a hole inside the pipe. Extending both the solid and void form of the pipe to the other side of the detail because it runs through this structure. Switching to wireframe graphics always helps to see better in these situations. There's an air duct that runs through the ceiling, so let's add that here really quickly. Another thing we can add is some lights to the ceiling. So go to the Systems tab, and with the Lighting Fixture tool selected, load a new ceiling light family and place a couple of them on the ceiling. Next, let's add some drainage pipes for the flat roof above. Still on the Systems tab, select Pipe and load a generic elbow family for the pipe. Then go to the Edit Type window and in the Routing Preferences section, click on Edit, then from the Elbow dropdown, select the generic elbow we've just loaded. Then go back to Systems and select Pipe again, then start drawing the pipe. Revit will automatically add an elbow to it. You can change the size of the pipe under the Diameter section of the Properties panel, so play around with that until you get the size you're satisfied with. You can also adjust its position just like any other element. Let's add a finish layer to the flat roof as well. So let's create a mass, but add a slight slope to it that leads to the roof drain. Then adjust the mass just like we did to the previous layers and give it a material. It's covering the pipe here, so let me lower it a little bit. Here, let's expose the layers or finishes of the wall by selecting it and clicking on Create Parts. We're almost done here, but we need to add reinforcement to the concrete slab we've created. So from the Structure tab, select Rebar, then Sketch to draw in the rebar the way you want it. And with this tool here, you can automatically place it on other beams as well. And when it comes to the stair, we're going to draw in the rebars. So with the Sketch tool selected, start drawing the rebars that are going to support the stair. We can do one here that's aligned to the steps, going zigzag along the main bar. Adjusting the size and orientation is important here. Once done, we can copy it over to the other steps and make small adjustments. By switching back to wireframe graphics, we can really see how the rebars look. To copy them, just select one of them and from the Modify tab in the Layout section, select Maximum Clear Spacing. And done! The rebars are automatically spread around the beam. If you want to adjust the spacing between them, go here and enter the measurement, and the rebars will be spaced accordingly. Let's do the same for the rest of the beams by selecting them and changing their layout. Everything looks good, so let's go back to the realistic graphics and work on the last task, which is exposing all the details we've created. To expose the floor finishes, go to the Properties panel and change the view range so you can see the floor finish on the plan view. Then select the floor and with the Divide Parts tool selected, draw a line where you want to split the floor finish and click on the check mark. As you can see, that layer is now split in half. So select one half and click on Exclude Parts to remove it and expose the layer underneath. There's a layer beneath this one we need to show, so select it and with the Divide Parts selected, draw another line, split it in half and remove one side to show the layer underneath. Next, we're going to drag out these insulation layers we've made to show them better, and we'll do the same for the ceilings and the wall finish. We're also going to pull out the ceiling planks because they're hidden right now, the same as the air duct on the upper floor. Then, pull back the finish layer for the flat roof to expose the concrete slab underneath, and align the wall finish to it as well. This wall finish isn't a mass, so we can't just pull it. So just like we did for the floors, select it, then click on Divide Parts and with Edit Sketch selected, split it in half and remove one of them. Then pull back the metal covering we've made to expose the concrete coping underneath. This rail is overextended, so let's pull it back a bit and extrude this beam outward. And the same with these finish layers on the stair. Let's pull it back a bit. This floor hasn't been exposed, so let's do the same thing we do to the top floors. Select it, divide parts, and split it in half, remove the unwanted floor, then do it again to the layer below. Let's finish up the edit by pulling out the layers underneath the floor, the stone layer, the earth layer, and the pipe. Up here, we can drag out the reinforcement bars and pull back the top concrete layer. And we're done. To export the 3D, go to Files, Export, Image and Animation, then Image. With the current window selected, max out the pixels and export it. As you can see, the image is highly detailed and looks great. And that's it! You've mastered isometric detail in Revit. Like this video if you learned something new, subscribe to learn more. As promised, since you made it to the end of the video, you get access to the file in the description below.